Hello everyone, welcome back to a new writing vlog or editing vlog yet again, here with a proofreading vlog, part 2 in this proofreading round of editing with my debut novel, Gods Not a Ruin, which will be published the 26th of July 2023, so this year. It's the 13th of February right now, and I have today done 2 chapters, and I'm currently on chapter 24. I'm filming this right after the ending of the last vlog, where I counted the chapters, and I have 34 chapters, including the epilogue. And so I have 10 chapters left to edit. I'm very excited about that fact, and I think it will be done this week. So I'm going to vlog as much as I can. Tomorrow it's my mom's birthday, so I may not be able to vlog anything, and I have a full day at work, so may not do anything tomorrow. Wednesday I have a free day off of work, so I will try to edit as much as I can on Wednesday. It's 12 o'clock, so I need to eat lunch, and then I have already studied and edited today. So I'm thinking that maybe I'm gonna take it easy, play some Hogwarts Legacy maybe, or read a book or something. But this was the beginning of the proofread vlog part 2, and I hope you're excited. Hello everyone, it's my free day today. It's the 15th of February. Had a really slow morning. I woke up at 6 and now it's 11 o'clock. I watched Mansfield Park. I knew that it wasn't a romance. It's not like Pride and Prejudice or Sense and Sensibility, where the romance is the plot essentially. But Mansfield Park, I don't know what type of genre that novel classifies as. A life story where we follow this one character, Fanny Price, from like her growing up to marriage, like spoiler alert, that's what happens. It's definitely not my favorite Jane Austen adaptation, and I haven't read any of her actual books, so this review might not like be your best guide to Jane Austen adaptations. But right now, Pride and Prejudice is my favorite. Sense and Sensibility has been my favorite from the beginning. But now it's Pride and Prejudice, then Sense and Sensibility, then Emma. And I think Emma, the BBC version, like the miniseries or the series, I like that more than Emma, the newer like movie. And then Mansfield Park, and then Persuasion. The Netflix adaptation of Persuasion was so freaking bad. My plan for today is to edit 1 or 2 chapters in Gods Not a Ruin, the proofread. I'm on chapter 24. I didn't do anything yesterday because we celebrated my mom. It was her birthday. It was also Valentine's Day, so I didn't feel like filming, and I worked the whole day. And I am seeing that it is quite a lot of comments in this chapter. This is just making me kind of blush and also making me very happy. I'll scroll down to the second steamy scene that I have in this book. It kind of says, so nicely worded, you're very good at the difficult field, or whatever you call it, field area of sex. I am good at running sex, you guys. I'm taking that as a compliment. I scroll down again. There is like this big of a paragraph thing. Superb. That's what she said about my wording. It's good to know that it's not only bad things in this book. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do chapter 24 like I said. Now I've said it for multiple times. I'm gonna edit now and talk to you when I have updates about what, I don't know. I have actually done 2 chapters because that chapter 25 was really good. I have scrolled down some more and I realized that I don't have that many comments in the later chapters of this book. I'm on chapter 26 now, and it only has 33 or 34 chapters, including the epilogue. It just goes to show that throughout this whole process of writing and editing this book with the separate editor that I hired before sending my book to publishers, and then with my publisher, and now with the proofreads, it just goes to show that the later half of this book is better written, better paced than the first half, because my editor, like my first editor, she complimented or said that the pacing was good in the last part of the book, that she almost forgot to be like critical of it. That's a great compliment getting from like a professional editor. And then now I have multiple comments where she's saying that sentences is superb. And of course I have to thank like my first editor, the editor that I have now with the publisher. So I of course can't take all the credit for it. But like for chapter 26, I have 2 whole pages and a half with no comments. And that could be both positive and negative. Like positive because there wasn't anything to change there. Negative because there wasn't anything remarkably good there either. Because otherwise she would have said that it was good. I'm on chapter 26 now. It's the ending's first chapter. Will I actually be done with this editing today? I don't know. Or not today, but this week I mean. Because there is not that many things to do actually. I am like scrolling through it right now looking, and I'm sorry I can't show you, but like it's spoilery, okay? That's exciting. I'm gonna stop editing for now, and I'm actually gonna edit a video. So that's that. Maybe I will update you later today. I will probably do chapter 26 today as well, because I'm on a roll now. I feel good about this story now. Hello everyone, it's the 16th of February today, and I'm sitting down to edit with you guys. And we have come to the epilogue. I forgot that I wanted to do this segment, and I wanted to like sit down and read it together with you, so that all my reactions would be like completely fresh and I wouldn't have read any of the comments. But I was very curious, and when I'm like that, nobody can stop me. So I have already like begun looking at the comments of the epilogue, and we have a big problem. Actually, the biggest problem that I'm finding with the book, the problem is that we have two like prominent male characters in the epilogue that is introduced from Carwyn's perspective. The female main character of book 2. So the epilogue is from a different point of view, and there's two male characters introduced. One, her grandfather, and he is described as having dark brown hair, green eyes. He's very unempathetic, like the opposite of empathetic. He calls her by names and is very rude to her. So that's one character. And then another character, and that's the Elven King. And he's described as having dark hair, dark black eyes, wearing a crown, for example. He has empathy for her and the situation, and like he has empathy, and he's much nicer. But what happened was that the proofreader has mixed them up together and is thinking that the grandfather is the same person as the Elven King, and they are two separate people. And why this is such a conflict, or why this is such a problem for me, is because the Elven King is the love interest and the second POV in the second book. So those two needs to be separate, and they need to be separate from the epilogue. Like, I can't have any reader thinking that the grandfather and the Elven King is the same person. That is just wrong. That is completely wrong, and I don't know how I got here. I mentioned the grandfather when in relation to the king, and like in relation to Carwyn speaking to the king, I mentioned that her voice was as cold as her grandfather's. And so I think that's when it went wrong. I think that's when the proofreader thought that, oh, so the grandfather is the king. Why did the grandfather run after her? It's because it's two completely different people. I am feeling very stressed about this. It isn't that big of a deal, because I know that in the sequel I am portraying the male main character completely different. Like, we're in his head and we see him in a very much different light than in the epilogue, because we get to know him and we get to know his weakness and whatever. So I think I have done a great job of separating the characters in the sequel, but not enough of a great job in the epilogue. So it's not clear enough that it's two different people, or I think so. But I haven't gone through any of the other comments. I was just reading through that because I was looking for maybe a comment saying this is really good, or this was a good sentence, or whatever. I was looking for those kind of comments. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down with you and edit, and I have until the 5th of March to do this, and it's the 16th today. So if I message her today and she doesn't get back to me until next week, that's fine, because today I got the sequel back from a beta reader, and I was going to do a video going through the feedback, like my Google Forms with feedback with you, but I have already looked through it. But I think I'm gonna do that anyway, because I need to do an editing plan with that feedback, because there was some things in the Google form, like her answers to the questions, that I couldn't see in the comments that she made in the document. So she had certain issues with the book, but she didn't necessarily comment on those kind of scenes everywhere. So I need to make like my own separate plan in my head. What type of scene can I do this with? What type of scene has problems? She kind of described it in the Google form, but I need to pinpoint where that problem can be, like where it is at. Her feedback was so good. Like, she's so good at describing her feelings and why she's feeling a certain way, and how I can like improve it, or suggestions on how I can improve it. So I think like she is on an editorial type of level when it comes to giving feedback. Absolutely, she's so good, and I'm so thankful for having her in my life that I can like send her a manuscript. I think I sent it the 2nd of February, and she sent it back to me the 16th of February. She said that it was kind of hard to put down the book. Anyway, let's go. It's 13:25 right now, so we'll see when I'm done with this. Here we come to the comments that has to do with the grandfather and the king. I I didn't have a problem with this before, and I don't understand why I'm having a problem with it now. Anyway, I'm gonna move past that for now, and I'm gonna like go through everything else. For example, here adding a comma, and that was the last question. Or that was the last comment. The last comment that she had, she was like, this epilogue was very exciting and that she hopes that there will be a book about Carwyn next. And there already is. I got back from her now and she said that I could send her, and I'm sorry about this pen line. She said that I could send her the whole document, and I kind of got the idea that she wanted to read through it all again. And that is something that the publisher has already told me. The proofreader will go through it again. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. She said that I could send her the whole document, but she also said that she's working with a big manuscript right now that needs to be done really soon. I think that I am gonna write my publisher or the editor a message about that I have been talking to the proofreader, and that the proofreader in that case wanted the whole manuscript again, and see what she wants to do. If she wants me to send the manuscript back to the proofreader at once, or if she wants to read it through and then the proofreader has to go through it again. Hello everyone, it's the update. Today it's February the 22nd, and I just filmed the March plan with me, and I also feel like this is kind of bad lighting. And I just wanted to update about a few things. But first off, I wanted to show you my new headphones. They are the Sony W1000X M4, so it's not the newest headphones, but they are noise cancelling, and just having them on my head, I can't really even hear me talk. I think I only hear my inside voice. I have been wanting to buy these kind of headphones, like over-the-ear headphones. Also an update, I think yesterday, February the 21st, I got back from my editor. We have gone a little bit back and forth that I haven't updated about, but she essentially said that if it's just a handful of comments, then she can easily go through that and just send it back to me as soon as she can. So I sent it to her yesterday morning, and I haven't gotten back from her. That's just what I wanted to update you about. So like I said to you, I had talked with the proofreader, but the proofreader essentially said go with what the editor says. And the editor said that she could go through it, so we're doing that now. I think I will get back from her maybe this week, and I will of course update you on that if that's the case. And then I'm just gonna quickly fix the things that she has commented on and send it back to her before March 5th. That's really it. Hello everyone, welcome to the update and the end of this video. I've already filmed this update, but I was filming while I was walking, and when I was filming, I didn't really think anything of it. But then I looked back on the material. You could barely hear what I was saying because it was blowing, there was so much wind, and then I was out of breath as I was talking as well. So not the best idea for me. So today it's the 3rd of February, I think. Sorry, the 3rd of March. And I'm sitting down to end this video because it's gonna be uploaded next week. The big update, I guess, is that I have officially sent in my edited proofread of Gods of the Wind to the proofreader again. So what happened was I had a lot of questions about two big things that we needed to change in the book, and that was the epilogue and another chapter in the beginning. So I talked with the editor, and she said that if it's just a handful of comments, I can go through them and I can give my opinion on it, and you can decide what you want to do after. So I was of course so thankful for her, and I have said this to her as well, and I thanked her. So grateful for the proofreader as well. She said that this is kind of over-analyzing, and of course during the proofreads it is good to be nitpicky about stuff, but this was things that weren't necessarily relevant to the story or the scene or the character. So in those cases, she was like, you can write this or this, but it doesn't really matter. So that definitely brought my anxiety down a bit. The epilogue that I talked about that had such a big issue, the editor said that she never thought that they were the same, those two were the same person. That one sentence that I have talked about as well, that I thought was the issue, she also kind of thought that maybe this could be changed, and so I did change that. The epilogue is hopefully now fixed, and I have gone through all the comments again, but I've not read through it completely. I'm going to do that after the next proofread. So here comes to the update. I have sent the proofreads back to the proofreader. Still a few comments in there, and that's where I'm questioning things or asking something about the official proofreading, so the grammar, my suggestions on things. So I have tried to solve as much as I can myself, but I have also sent some of the comments with it. So I'm so grateful for my proofreader that she is going to be able to read through my book again. So my initial feelings towards this editing process has definitely calmed down a bit. I am calm now and I don't feel as much pressure, and I'm excited to be actually showing you guys something very special because my full cover is done. The full jacket of the cover. My book is gonna be a paperback. I think it's gonna be the same size as this one, but I'm unsure now that I actually hold it up because this is a big book and I don't feel like my book is that big. And so mine doesn't have a dust jacket. It has these flaps. There will be like information about me on the back here and then like book blurbs as well. But okay, here's the full cover. I just wanted to show you so I can pop up a picture here and you can see it in its full glory. So with that said, I don't know when the next part of this video series of me talking about my debut novel or editing my debut novel will come. It's coming in close to my publishing date. It's the 26th of July 2023 and today it's March the 3rd. And I know for a fact that the cover has been sent for like a test print to see like all the coloring, if that's correct or not. That's like the update, but I don't know when the next update will come. I do know that the proofreader will take on my book really soon, but I don't know when I will get it back. But hopefully like sometime this month or in the beginning of April. But the next video, writing wise, that you will probably see from me is either an outline with me, because I have an idea for a romance book, like a full-on romance, contemporary romance, that I'm so excited to be writing, you guys. I'm just really excited to write a Grumpy Sunshine story, and I know all about the male main character. I know how he looks. I don't know his name, but there's like names circulating in my brain all the time now of what I'm gonna call him. But the film main character, I just know that she is very sunshiny, very optimistic. Either that or the video where I'm going through the feedback that I got from my beta reader on the sequel to God's Not Ruin, because I'm gonna begin the editing process of that in March. And hopefully I will be doing that somewhere like in the beginning of March. One of those two videos will come to you soon. But with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Leave a like and a comment below and let me know what was your favorite part of this proofreading vlog, if you can like relate to anything that I've said. What do you feel about proofreads? I really do want to know, because I don't feel alone in this, but at the same time I don't really talk about this stuff with anyone else than you. So, and also subscribe, because that's the best way to support my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!